Good afternoon, educators. Welcome to the upscaling session for this day. The upscaling session is entitled Mastering mySOUL Gradebook, Transforming Teachers' Record-Keeping Skills Using mySOUL Gradebook. So at this point, this is the objective for this session. We will learn about the aggregation strategies for calculating grades, and how to organize your grade book with your categories or your components or parameters, and ways to configure how the gradebook display to the student's view as well as yours. So at the end of this session, you will gain how to effectively record the scores of your students. So I hope you have your other device, or such as your personal computer or your laptop, to join with me in hands-on demonstration with regards to mySOUL Gradebook. So in this case, you may use your dummy account virtual classroom, or you may use your actual virtual classroom in order to set up your mySOUL Gradebook. So in this part, allow me to share uh, my virtual classroom. So I hope you see now all the screen, my virtual classroom. So can you give me a virtual thumbs up if you can see TTL2? Can you give me a virtual thumbs up? Okay, thank you. So for instance, this is your actual virtual course. So we will set up your mySOUL Gradebook for teachers record keeping. Okay. So at the end, you can simply download a file, probably an Excel file for this gradebook. So in this part, this is your home page of your virtual classroom. So I will make it bigger so that you can see it clearly. Okay, so how to access mySOUL Gradebook? So in order to access mySOUL Gradebook, all you need to do is just click on the admin settings or the gear icon, and then kindly look for Gradebook setup. Okay, here, Gradebook setup, and click it. So once you click it, automatically it will go to the Gradebook setup sub-tab. Because if you will like to if you would like to click the drop down menu, so Gradebook setup subtab is under the setup tab. Okay, so here we have three other subtabs for setup. So first is the Gradebook setup will display your preferred grading system of your subject. So just like, for example, in TTL2, I have my grading system. For example, we have midterm, and then for midterm, then post-midterm grade, as well as its own parameters or components. And then here, another subtab for setup tab is what we call the course grade settings. So which means you just simply personalize according to your preference about how the students view their grade book. So it means that you will show them only the grades. So you just simply set up that. So later I will just give you the instructions on how to do the setup. And then the preference grader report. So this is the actual grade display only. So in this part, we will just focus on the setup tab. We will just make use of the gradebook setup tab, sub tab, and then we have the course grade settings. So this our first demonstration is in the Setup tab. So by default, if you click the Gradebook Setup, you will brought here in this page. So this is the Gradebook Setup page. So you can see your virtual classroom name, and then you will have the terms. For college, so this is labeled as term 1 and term 2. So in other words, you can use it as a midterm, post midterm, or you have for SBE, you can have it as first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter. And then each particular term or quarter has its own components. So this is labeled as component 1, component 2, and then component until component 5. So this is the default. Once you have your own virtual classroom or actual course, you will have a default components 5. You have 5 components. And then as well as your term 2 also have 5. Then all we need to do is just simply edit this one. This is the structure of your grading system. So to start editing this part, so we are just customizing the gradebook setup subtab. So what are the three aspects that we need to set up or customize? So we need to set up the subject setting. So that's the name of your virtual classroom or the name of your subject. And then you will proceed with the term or quarter. We will do the setup in the setting. And then each components also in that particular term. So in this part, we will begin with the subject, okay? The name of the subject of the virtual classroom name. So in order to set up this one, in the actions column, you just click edit, okay? And then there is a drop down menu, and then all you need to do is just click edit settings. So again, the category name pertains to the virtual classroom name in this part. So no need to change. Then you have your aggregation or how the grades are being computed. So at this part, save as default, okay? That means weighted means of grades. And then you have two show more link. So the first show more link pertains to the, you will just unclick the exclude empty grades. So which means it will show you the real status or standing of your students. So you just uncheck that one. And then here, another show more pertains to the grade display type. So for SBE and then for college, so the default grade display type is letter. So letter means if you will have to go with the SBE, it pertains to have a transmuted grade. And then for college, so it means you have the numerical grade, okay? So later we will just set up that particular numerical grade based on the table and then as well as the transmuted grade. So again, for this part, save that one as default. So no need to change letter. And then the maximum grade is 100. And then that's it. All you need to do is just save, click the save changes button. So again, we are in the subject setting. So in category name, no need to change, as well as aggregation. And the first show more, you just unclick exclude empty grades. And then the other show more, no need to change because the grade display type is letter. And then your maximum grade that is set to 100. and then that's it. You just click Save Changes. So that's how you set up the subject setting. So now let's proceed to the term settings or the quarter settings. For college, this is in term, labeled as term. So all you need to do is just set up this one. Again, in the actions column, you just click the first term. So applicable to all terms. So for example, you have your midterm and then your post-midterm. So this is applicable all the setup or the steps in setting up the term settings. So click the term one, and then there is a drop down menu. So you just click the edit settings. And then in this case, now this you can change the category name according to your preference. So for example, you have this one as midterm grade. Okay, your name that as midterm grade, and you can have you can place that one as midterm grade is good for 40% of the grade. Okay, 40%. So in that case, that is 40%. And then here, click the aggregation is same, weighted mean of grades, and then click show more, and then uncheck exclude empty grades. And then another show more, click show more. And then here, the grade display type is letter. So this is midterm grade. So your midterm grade, so for college, this will be the numerical grade. For SBE, this will be the transmuted grade. So that means that is the term letter symbolize your transmuted grade and then your numerical grade. And then you just scroll down. For this one, the maximum grade, so that's 100, or you can set this one as 50, okay? 50%, okay? So you can, again, it's up to you if you want to have it 100 or 50. The 50 there pertains to, sorry, so 40. So if you label as, this is the percentage of that particular term. So in this part, this is considered as 40. So here we will just simply make this one as 40. Okay. So this is the weight of the term. So 40, and then you click parent category, and then you just change the item weight to 40. And then you can click save changes. Okay, so in this part, we label midterm grade as 40%. And then we will now edit the other term, so which is term 2. So we just click edit and then edit settings. The same steps will do. So for example, this is post midterm grade. And then this is 60% of the grade. So aggregation is same. And then first click the show more, then unclick exclude empty grades, and then click another show more, and then save that one as default. So that's letter. So you are giving the post midterm grade. So letter means, again, as I said earlier, it pertains to the numerical grade or the transmuted grade. And then the maximum grade pertains to the weight of the term. So for example, this is in 60. Okay, 60 is the weight of the term. And then you click the parent category, and then you change it to the weight of the term, so which is 60. And then click Save Changes. So that's how you edit the terms. So midterm grade, and then you will have your post midterm grade. And then the other part is the components, okay? So in this part, so you have your own grading system. For this one, we will begin with the components, okay? So now the third step that we are going to set up are the components of your grading system. So it is applicable to all components in each term or quarters. So the same steps you will do in making your components. If you have 3 components or 4 or more than 4, then you can set up one by one. So example, component 1. So let's first edit this one. Click the under the actions column, click the edit. Make sure it is line with the first component. So first component 1, and then click edit settings. And then here in the category name, this is free to change. So here you name it as, for example, midterm quizzes and assignments. And then you just labeled it to, like, for example, this is good for 25% of the grade. So 25% of the grade, that is your label. So the aggregation method is you change all the components or parameters in each terms. The aggregation method should be simple weighted mean of grades. And then click the show more. Again, uncheck exclude empty grades. And then another, click the show more. This time is we will just change the grade display type, okay? Since here the default is real, so we will have it as real percentage. So why real percentage? So real means real is stands for or equivalent for weighted score. So for instance, your weighted score, so you have the percentage of 25, so it will now give you the row score, okay? So that means that that will be your real. So this pertains to the weighted score. And then the percentage there pertains to the percentage score. And then overall decimal points is 2, okay? And then you just scroll down, and then the maximum now is changed to the weight of the component. So for example, this is 25 because that is your first component, and then you label that one as 25%. So that's 25. And then you click the parent category, and then the item weight now again change to 25. And then you just click Save Changes button. So as you notice, this is a folder like a folder like image with composed of 25%. Okay, so in here, if you are making quizzes, like example in the form of mySOUL quiz, so you just properly label, or the grade category you will pick is midterm quizzes and assignment, if that's good for midterm period. So we just simply make use of the proper labeling of the parameters or components in our grading system. So the same steps will follow if you do the 2 to 5. So for example, let's make use of 4 parameters. For example, this is midterm. So we follow the second component. We edit this one, and then we just simply rename it to midterm projects. Midterm projects is good for 25, for example, 25%. And then aggregation methods, simple weighted mean of grades. Click show more, exclude, uncheck. Show more. Again, the grade display type is real percentage. Real shows you the weighted score, and then the percentage show you the percentage score. And then we have 2 decimal places in place. And then the maximum grade is the weight of that particular component. So this is 25. Again, click parent category, that's 25 again. And then click Save Changes. Again, in this part, we have here 25%, okay, and then 25%. Okay, if you want to edit, so again, click Edit. The Edit drop-down menu will appear, so click Edit Settings. And for the item weight only, so you can free to edit this text box and then kindly put the weight. So item weight is equivalent also with your weight of that particular component, as well as the maximum grade. And then we will continue with the component 3, the same steps. So we will label this one as midterm exams. Midterm exams, and then simple weighted mean of grades. And then here, real percentage. And then for this part, for example, this is midterm exams, and then you label this one as 30%. Then it should be 30 is the maximum grade. And then the parent category, it's 30. The item weight is 30. And then you click Save Changes button. So in this part, we have the midterm exams. And then here, if you're satisfied with this particular component, so you may delete the rest of the component. So to delete this component, all you need to do is just again, go to that specific component and click Edit, drop down menu, and then you click Delete. Okay, click Delete, and yes. Again, another part, you just simply click the delete. So in this example, we have midterm we have in midterm grade we have three parameters. We have quizzes and assignments, projects, and then midterm exams. So for this case, the same steps will do for your post midterm grade. For instance, I will just edit this at another another three components. Okay, so first component for the post midterm. So you just properly label this one as post midterm quizzes and assignments for this part. So this is 30%. So aggregation is simple weighted mean of grades, show more, exclude empty grades, and show more. Again, this is in components or parameters. You need to change this one as real percentage. And then the maximum grade pertains to the weight of the component. So this is 30. And then your parent category, the item weight is 30 also. And then you just click Save Changes. So for example, this is first component, then second component. Same steps will do. So first, let's have this one as post midterm, post midterm projects. And then you label the aggregation to simple weighted mean of grades and check, show more, real percentage, and then the weight, let's weight this one as 20%. So the maximum grade is 20, and then parent category is 20, and then you just click Save Changes. So you have this one, and then here, component 3, we will just click Edit Settings, and then let's have this post midterm laboratory exams, for example. So this is good for 50%. So you have the aggregation, simple weighted mean of grades, show more, uncheck, exclude empty grades, show more. Again, you just click the real percentage. And then the maximum grade, it's 50. And then the parent category or the item weight is 50. And then you click Save Changes. So let's see. So we have other components. So you just simply delete this particular component. So yes. And then the last one, delete that one. Okay. So this is the gradebook set up according to our grading system, for instance. So as you notice, you have this one. So this is uncategorized parameters or components. So we need to organize this one where will we put it in a specific component. For instance, this one, reflection. I will move this one. For instance, this is in midterm, okay? Midterm grade. So I will just move this selected item. So you can see here we have a checkbox. So you can check this one, the first activity, and then move selected items to your category. So I will just move this one under projects or midterm projects. So you click midterm projects and then okay. And then automatically it will proceed to the midterm projects, which has 25% of the grade. Midterm projects 25% of that particular term. So the highest possible score that they can get is 40. Okay. And then We have this one. The other, let's put it in. For example, this will be on the quizzes. Okay, and then this will be in the midterm. Okay, for example, this will be on midterm exams. And then the other part, so let's have this one as another projects. And then once you move it, you need to save changes, okay, to take effect all you have moved, okay. So you can see here, we all we need for this example is you will have a certain period. So this is in midterm grade or midterm period, okay. So we have this one. We have midterm quizzes and assignments. We have one activity that is in the form of assignment, and then midterm projects. So we have two activities, and then the score here pertains to the highest possible score that you will achieve in that activity. So that's how you simply edit your gradebook setup subtab. So questions regarding the gradebook setup subtab pertaining to the editing of the three aspects. We have the subject, we have the terms, and then we have the components. So questions or clarifications before we will proceed to another subtab of the setup tab. Questions, you may use the Zoom chat box or you may use the Zoom reactions button, the raise hand icon, and then unmute yourself. Okay. Can you give me a virtual thumbs up if you have no question, or let's proceed to the next discussion? Can you give me a virtual thumbs up? Okay. Thank you. So at this point, since we have the gradebook set up, so now let's set up how the students will view your virtual classroom. As a default, okay, as a default, uh, they will see all of your uncategorized, okay, uncategorized activities at the bottom part, okay. They will see that one here as I show you earlier. So in that case, you need to properly organize your uh, gradebook setup in order to compute the same as an Excel file. Okay, if you set up your grade book the way the percentage or the weight of that particular component, then it will give you the result as you do in an Excel file. Okay, and then in here, all you need to do is just simply download and then type your final grade into your mySOUL if that's for college. And for the SBE, I know you have your own template for that. For college, all they need to do is just simply encode the final grade or the midterm grade in the mySiliman account. So for this one, let's have to go with the setup on how the student view your gradebook setup. So this pertains to the student view. So we need to set up this one. So click this particular drop-down menu, and then we proceed to the course grade settings. In the course grade settings, all we need to edit is just the user report, okay? User report. So in that user report, we have this particular labels. So by default, show rank, we hide it. The show rank pertains if you will have 30 students, and then you will just show them in rank. So which means this is somewhat a discrimination. For example, if you have quizzes, okay, quizzes, and then they will see in the grade book that they rank as like example 29, okay, rank 29. So you have 30 students, so rank 29, so second to the last. So that's why automatically we just simply hide it, okay? But again, as a teacher, you have the option to show it to your students. Again, in showing ranking to the gradebook shows discrimination of the scores. So we just simply hide it. And then show percentage, our recommendation is you just simply hide it. And then show grades, of course, you need to show them. So so you just in the show grades, you just you just uh make use of that default. And feedback, it takes a lot of uh when the students see their grade book set up, if you will allow feedbacking, so it takes a lot of spaces. So our suggestion is you hide it, since they can also see it in their particular activity, just like assignment activity. If you have feedback, then they can see also in that particular activity. So our advice is you hide the feedback when it comes to showing the grade book, okay? And then the show weightings. So that means that uh, no need to show because you show it already the grades, okay? And then show average, you will hide. And then show letter grades, you will hide because that is, of course, in showing you the grades. So no need na. So show control on course total. So our advice is hide because you already showed them the grades. So that's it. So you hide except for the show grades. Okay. So that's how you edit the course grade settings. To take effect, of course, you need to save, click the Save Changes button. So if you would like to, if you would like to see the student view, so we can go about it. So again, we just simply click the drop down menu, and then you go to the view tab. In the view tab, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 views. So the grader report shows you the actual, it's like a spreadsheet, the actual activities as well as the scores, and then the total scores per parameters. And then the grade history, and then you have your overview report, and then you have your single view. For instance, if you would like to edit a particular user or grade items or activities about the scoring part, then you can have it in the single view. And then if you have the grade summary, so it will show you your virtual classroom. That's the final grade. And then here, this is the effect if the user report is the effect for the student view in making your finalizing your grade book. So this is the result from the earlier setup, the course grade settings. So if we click the user report, so you will see here, you select a particular user. So make sure you have your students. So for example, these students, this is the view of the students regarding your grade book. So if you click that particular students, then he or she will, you can see the grades, okay? If he or she submitted already. Okay, so this is the structure of the grade book of the students, okay, based from your virtual classroom. So you see here midterm grade, that's 40%, and then you can have your post midterm grade, and then as well as activities. Okay, so that's the view of the students. So here we just simply click, since we are in the view tab, so we can also explore the other views. So the grader report. So you just click the grader report, and then it will show you the entire list of students. And then you just simply, you can scroll, horizontally scroll, and then you can see the grades, okay, based from the parameters. Okay, so in this case, you can see here the, I will make it bigger. Okay, you can see here a table. So this means that it will show the grades for that particular student. So if we click here, so it will show the user report of that particular student. We go back, and then if we click a pencil icon, it will show the single view of that student. For example, if you would like to edit the, this is overriding the score of your students. So example, if they commit cheating, and then you will just give the deduction, so you can override them. So you can just simply click turn on editing. And then for example, I override this one because of he or she doesn't participate in service learning. So I will give him 75% of the grade. So this is the ranges. So this is the highest possible score that they will achieve in this particular activity. So for example, I will just give this activity as 75. And then another e-portfolio submitted late. So I will just give him or her like 75. Again, for reflection, submitted on time. So based from the highest possible score, so I will give him 35. And then for this final project, so this is 100 points. So I give him or her, let's say he or she excel in this activity. So I give him 90 out of 100. So this is how you override manually in the gradebook as a teacher based from that student. So you just scroll down, and in order to take effect, you just click the save button. So there are gradeds were set for 4 items. Okay. So let's go back now to the let's click the drop down menu, and then let's go back to the grader report. So if you click the grader report, you will see here that we have uh, the legend is like a gold color. So that means that you override that particular activity. Okay, so as you notice, you have this one, and then the equivalent also in that percentage. So automatically the system will just generate. All you need to do is just give it a score. based from the activities. So it will give the percentage, and then now it provide you with this one, and then here you have this percentage, and then the grade total is 32.70. So if we want to check uh, the user report, okay, in this part, we just click the drop down menu, and then you go to the user report. So this is the view of the student regarding your grade book. So you just click here, and you will see here, this is 25%. So out of 25%, so they got 18.75. So that's the weighted score. And then you have the percentage score, which is 75. So you have your midterm, and then that's it. You have 78.54, and then you have your midterm. Okay, so your midterm, you have a midterm exams. You have 27 over 30. So that's the percentage weighted score, and then you have the percentage score, which is 90. And then all in all, the student in the student view, it will reflect now the numerical grade, which is 2.6. In this part, how they will get this particular rating. So this is showing you the range, or the lowest percentage to the highest percentage, and then the equivalent letter. So this pertains to the letter part. Okay, letter in mySOUL. So this pertains to the numerical grade. So how they will achieve this particular ratings? So this is located in the drop down menu, which is under more. Okay, more tab. So this is grade letters. Okay, the grade letters, particularly the admin, the mySOUL admin already set up this one. But again, as a teacher, you are free to edit this grade letters. So as you notice, if they have the lowest percentage is 100 and then highest is 100, they will get this particular letter grade. But again, you can change this letter grade to as in literally letter, okay, or word or characters. So how to edit this one is you just simply click the edit button, and then you just simply click override, override. And then here, in the right part, or the grade letters pertain to the remarks. Okay, for example, this will be the transmuted grades, or this will be the numerical grade like 4, 3.9, and so on. And then from the left side, this pertains to you will just simply type the lowest percentage. So example, automatically, if you will just type the lowest percentage, so automatically it will create a range now. So for example here, greater or equal to 100, but your lowest percentage is 100. So 100 to 100 is 4. And this one, you have your lowest percentage is, in order to achieve 3.9, you have the lowest grade of 99. So in that case, the computer or the mySOUL gradebook will just give you the range like 99 until 99.99. So in that case, they will create a range, and then in that case, they will have this marking 3.9. Okay, and so on the rest of this particular grading. Again, if you would like to change this based on your departmentalized, let's say, ratings, okay, so you just simply edit this one, and then don't forget to click Save Changes button. Okay, and then for instance, let's go back to the gradebook setup subtab. So for example, since we are in the technology enhanced flexible learning, so we have an in-person activity. Okay. So we have an offline, okay, offline activity. So in-person activity. We can also make item, grade item for our offline activity in order to display the current status of our learners or the actual status of our learners in that sense. So we just simply click the add grade item. So for example, this is uh, an in-person activity, so or offline activity. You just simply click the add grade item. Make sure you are in the gradebook setup tab. So click this particular add grade item. So in this part, you just have this one as individual. This is practicum, like for example, practicum. And then you just click the show more, and then with the grade display type, so you are satisfied with the real. So in this part, if we are talking about the grade item, the real pertains to the row score. So we just need that is save that one as default, so no need to change. And then the highest possible score. With this practicum, the highest possible score they will get is 50, for example. And then you will now decide what particular categories or components or parameters with this activity be included. So the grade category, so for example, in this part, I will just make this one as midterm projects or midterm exam. Okay, in this part, midterm exam. Midterm exam. So again, I repeat, you have your practicum, and then you have the maximum grade, highest possible score, and then your component is under midterm exams. So all you need to do is just simply click Save Changes. So as a default, once you save changes, click the Save Changes, automatically we have it here, the practicum part. Okay. In this case, the students will not be seen like, for instance, you have the assignment feature of mySOUL, the quiz feature of mySOUL. In this part, this will only be seen in the mySOUL gradebook. So which means this is done offline. So the teacher will just do the record keeping, like for example, on a piece of paper, they will write the score. So to convert it or to put it in mySOUL, so the teacher needs to type individually the results. Okay, so for example, in this part, all of the offline activities, the icons of that one is a square icon. So that pertains to the offline activity. And then the highest possible score for this example is we have 50. So how to transfer from a piece of paper to this particular activity that you have created, the offline activity in mySOUL. So in order to record your scores, student scores, So all you need to do is just scroll up, and then you click the drop down menu, and then you go to the single view. Click the single view. In that single view, you have the options. You can view it by users or grade items. So you just click grade items. So in that case, the view part is changed to grade items. So now let's select what particular grade item or particular activities that you want to override. Okay, for this case, I will just simply transfer my student scores in a piece of paper from this particular offline activity in mySOUL. So this is entitled practicum, for example. So you can see now the list of the students. So in this case, I have one student. So if you have 50, then your 50 students will also see here. So all you need to do is just simply turn editing on, and then you can simply score the students. For example, here, I will score him or her like uh 40. So click Save Changes. Okay. So if you would like to view it again in a grader report, so you just click a drop down menu. The first drop down menu will give you the different tabs. Okay, so you just click grader report. So you will see here, if you horizontally scroll, so you can see here a practicum, we have 40, and then we have here like 26, and then that's the midterm grade equivalent. Okay, so let's go back to for this case, you have questions or clarifications regarding the view tabs of the gradebook. So the important thing in the view tab is you just make use of the grader report, the single view, and then the user report. The rest is just it's not recommended that you will use this grade history, the overall report, but it's your choice. Okay, if you would like to see this particular report. So in this part, if you would like to download, for instance, if you use your mySOUL in this period, like we are in the technology enhanced flexible learning, if you would like to download the gradebook, so all you need to do is just simply click again the drop down menu, and then you just go to the export. Okay, we are exporting the file. Okay, click the export. Okay, in the export file, so we are in the export. So export as, so you need to select what particular file format. So our suggestion is you will make use of the Excel spreadsheet. Okay, this is now downloading your grade book. Okay, Excel spreadsheet, and then in here, these are the grade items. Okay. So for example, you want this one. Okay. So for example, I will not include the 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 term 2 or the post midterm. So I will just simply uncheck it. Okay. So I will just make use of the first, okay? So you just simply uh, click this one. Okay, so you have your service, you have this particular activity, and then you have the category total, and then this activity, and then category total. So this means that you have your, you need to see that this category total pertains to your parameters, okay? So we have three parameters. So we can also see uh, three parameters, okay? So 1, 2, and then 3. And then, so we have click the export format options. In this part, so the grade export display types. So in this case, you are free to choose uh, to have the grade export display types. So the real pertains to the row score, okay? Row score. And then if you would like to add the percentage, so if you would like to add a percentage, for example, they will get 8/10. So the row score is, the real is 8, and then the percentage is 80%. So we have now two uh two columns, okay? And then if you would like to provide a letter, so this part pertains to the letter grade, okay? So for example, you have the grade of like 8/10. So 8 is the real, the percentage is 80%, and then the letter is, well, for example, that's 2.9, for example, 2.9. So it's up to you on how you particularly do the grade export displays. So as a default, that is real. It will only show you the row score. So again, the decimal point is you have two decimal places. And then if you're satisfied with this uh, particular settings, then all you need to do is just click the download button in order to get an Excel file. So you will see here, if you will click this particular Excel file, then you will see an Excel file like this one. I hope you are able to see this sample Excel file. So you have the name of the student, the last name, and then email, and then the score. And then you have here, we have the assignment, the name of the assignment. So that's real. So 75 out of 100, then they will get 18.75. So that's real. And then the other activities, we also have its equivalent real total. And then for midterm exam also. So that's the Excel file for the gradebook if you want to only download the row score. So you need to go to the more, click the drop down menu, and then you go to the export. So let's go back to the gradebook setup. So this is the setup, uh, gradebook setup tab, sub-tab. So in this part, for instance, if you have a formative assessment, okay, recorded but not part of your grading system. So this is to see the progress of your learners about a specific topic. So you can categorize this one as formative assessment. So all you need to do now is you will add category in the gradebook setup. So which means this is no bearing to the grading system. So it is just a formative. So you just simply click add category and then you just name it as formative. Formative assessment. Formative assessment, and then aggregation method is simple weighted mean of grades. Show more, exclude empty grades, and then show more. So this is pertaining to no need to change. This is default is real. Again, the purpose of this one is just properly set up. So no need because the maximum grade, you just change it to 0 because no bearing. This is recorded, but not this is recorded but not part of your grading system. So in this part, so we have category, grade category, formative assessment, and aggregation is simple weighted mean of grades. And then the maximum grade, we change it to 0, okay? Because this is formative. And then click save changes. And then by default, if you created a category, so it will be located at the bottom part, okay? So as you notice, you have 0, okay? So for this case, for instance, you would like to change the reflection, okay? You would like to change the reflection under formative, okay? So you click that particular activity and then you just move this one, move selected items to that particular parameters. In my case, I will just move it to assessment uh, category. So automatic, they will go to the assessment category. So again, this is seen by your student, okay, but not part of the grading system. But in this case, if you would like to hide it so that your student cannot see that this is formative, so this is only for the teacher view, so you can hide it. Like for example, in this part, you will hide this particular folder. So you click hide. So that in the student perspective, we will go to the student perspective. We will click the user report. So it will not be reflected, okay? You can see here, it is not reflected because you hide it, okay? So you cannot see the formative assessment. For instance, if you just simply uh, show it, like for example, you go to the gradebook setup, and then by default, you created a formative assessment, and then you just simply show it, okay? So you just simply go to the user report, and then you just click this one, and then you can see here the formative assessment is seen by your student, okay? So again, but it's important thing that you should inform your student that this particular activity is for formative assessment only, okay? To have fair remarks for your student. So questions or clarifications based from your actual virtual classroom. Again, in this part, you can maximize the using of mySOUL gradebook to display the current status of their academic journey in your virtual classroom. So which means For this part, the teacher will just check on time to see the status of their actual scores of that particular parameters. So for in your case, since we are in technology enhanced flexible learning, you can use this one as repository of your assignments or quizzes and then other activities in mySOUL. And you just simply download the mySOUL gradebook and then you do your own thing. You just simply transfer the mySOUL gradebook to your template. Okay, if you have your departmental template. So that's how you organize uh, the gradebook in mySOUL. So the important thing of having a gradebook in an LMS is to see the status, real status of their academic journey in that specific virtual classroom. So the first step is the teacher should set up, okay? Set up or need to edit the parameters so that you have a transparent record for their scores, okay? As well as you also provide also the given rubrics to that activity and so on. So they can check online if you have set up a proper use of mySOUL gradebook. For this time, again, it's you have your academic freedom, so you can use it as a repository only and then just simply download the gradebook, or you can properly have the set up the gradebook so that your students will be able to see their status in your class. So questions or clarifications? So in your virtual class, in your mySOUL account, you will see here the upscaling program for department slash college for second semester. If you click that one, it will be redirected to the session for today. So I have also placed here the downloaded materials, which I discussed earlier. And then this particular video recording will be also be available in this section so that you have a reference in order for you to explore the mySOUL gradebook in giving these timely and relevant feedback to your students. So you may use it if you click this one, and then it will just simply provide you the step I have shown you earlier. And then all you need to do is for now, you just simply go to the evaluation for batch 2. Okay. So I already enroll you to this particular group. So you are batch 2. And then after that evaluation, then you will free to download your e-certificate. Okay. So you can view your certificate and then that's it. You can make use of this one as for your FSAS for faculty. And then you are also entitled for the entry for the Dr. Mariano Lau raffles. So this is your first entry. And then again, we have another series of upscaling session intended for faculty, staff, students, and then for the uh, community. So all you need to do is just go to the introduction section and then you just simply uh, click this link in order to see the full detail of the upscaling program for this semester. So again, all you need to do is just go to the batch 2 evaluation and then download your e-certificate. So at this time, May I request all of you to turn on your camera if your connectivity allows you for the photo opportunity? Okay. Hello, Ma'am and Ruth, Ma'am Kitane. Okay. So, Ma'am Janet, Sir Sigon. Okay, so let's have a photo opportunity. Okay. So, can you give us your best smile? So if your connectivity allows, you can turn on your camera. Okay. So medyo naghang din eh. So let's have this. Okay. Ready? One, two, three. Smile. Bye everyone. Thank you for spending your time.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.